お、おばちゃん？店に来いって何の用だ？とりあえず行ってみるか。
Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Megaton Musashi Wired. In today's part, you know what? Let's just jump straight into some gameplay for once. You know, some actual good old-fashioned hack and slash gameplay. I have a few side missions that I need to do, including the replay mission for Chapter 3 that I completely forgot to do last time, and the one for Chapter 4. So I guess I'll start by doing them and talk over the footage to react to what happened in the previous chapter. First off, the obvious. The cat is fine! The cat is alive! What a nice, cute surprise to end the chapter on. It was such a nice little cutscene, I love it. Here's a funny anecdote though. Originally, the story played out quite differently. In Season 1 of the anime, and in the original game, the cat actually stayed dead at the end of the chapter. He just died in Arthur's cockpit, and then never appeared again after that. His death gave Reiji the motivation to fight and protect the people he cares about, and after that, Reiji just becomes a Megaton pilot. That's it. The cat had served its purpose. But about a year later, Level 5 decided to retcon the cat's death. I don't know if it's because that scene was unpopular with fans, or if Hino just felt like it, I don't know. But the story was rewritten so that the cat survived. In 2022, in the lead up to the anime's second season, in the second game, Megaton Musashi Cross, they began rerunning the first season in a special edition format. That was presented as a director's cut of the first season, basically, with a few visual and sound edits, as well as a handful of new scenes. And by new scenes, I mean they mostly reanimated a few shots here and there. The differences are really minimal and not particularly interesting to talk about, and there are also a few questionable changes, I guess? I'll talk about them when we get to that point in the story. But yeah, the special edition is nearly identical to the anime's original run, with one exception. In episode 4, they added a post-credits scene revealing that the cat survived. That scene later found its way to the video game, being added to Megaton Musashi Cross a few months after launch, and that's how that cutscene ended up in Wired, and how it is now canon that the cat is still alive. You can tell that they had not planned for that cutscene to be there originally. Like, when it plays in-game, it actually still has the background noise of the classroom the previous cutscene took place in. Like, listen to that. It really seems like they took the cutscene exactly how it was in the original game and just played cat.mp4 on top without unloading the scene. I noticed that while I was recording the previous part, so I ended up watching the cutscene a second time from the gallery without the sound effects and edited that one in. But yeah, that's great news. The cat is alive. He's being taken care of, he's eating well, everything is good, and everyone is happy. Well, except Reiji, who still thinks his friend is dead. And will forever believe that. Oops. Chapter 4's mission is pretty uninteresting overall. It's a nice introduction to Arthur, which is one of my favorite rogues. I mean, like, the idea of having like a robot centaur is such a cool idea. I really like it. But what really brings down this mission is that you have to sit through endless cutscenes before getting into the action. The worst part is that these cutscenes are still there when you do a replay mission, so you still have to watch all of them or skip them one by one. I mean, look at this. Look at how long it's taking me to skip through all of these cutscenes. I am still not done. There is one cool detail in that mission though, one that I completely forgot to bring up last time. When using a special move, you get to see Reiji being completely unhinged. Look at that. This character portrait only appears when he is in a Psycho-Rise state. I like the way Psycho-Rise looks with those glowing blue veins everywhere on his head. It kind of looks dangerous and unhealthy, you know, like as if his head is about to explode. But no, he's totally fine. His head just turns a little bit blue every now and then, and suddenly he has psychic powers. But yeah, that's neat. Anyway, that's all I had. I still have a few thoughts about Reiji, especially about his adoptive father, Professor Raider. But I can talk about that some other time. Gameplay-wise, I don't really have anything else to show you. MI06 is essentially just a side mission version of Chapter 4, just so you can do that map as Yamato if you want to. The mission is a bit longer, there are a few additional steps and more enemies to fight, but it's still the same layout and the same bosses at the end. So nothing really particularly surprising there if you've already done Chapter 4. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these few minutes of Megaton Musashi gameplay, because the rest of this part is not gonna be as interesting. Okay, let me tell you what's up with this chapter. Chapter 5 is what could be best described as the video game equivalent of a filler episode. In fact, it is literally the textbook definition of a filler episode, because the story in this chapter does not appear in the anime. It's original to the game. It literally is a filler. Like in Chapter 2, we're going to talk to a bunch of characters who are going to introduce new features, new tutorials, and so on. Then there's going to be a mission at the end, but nothing really important to the plot happens there. What we will do, however, in this chapter is do a bunch of side quests and a bunch of collecting. That's right, we're going to be picking up a ton of Mega Medals on the ground, and not just Mega Medals. We're going to be collecting, oh boy, I still have my notes, like, you know, I've mentioned this before, like I prepared this Let's Play while playing the original game in Japanese, and like I wrote in a huge Google document like all the things I should do, every item I should pick up, and like the section for this chapter is it's over 100 lines. That's how much collecting we're going to do in this chapter. So I have like this like roadmap of like all the places I need to go, all the items I need to pick up. So I'm going to try and make this as entertaining as possible. Hopefully. But yeah, there's going to be a bunch of collecting. There's still going to be some fun and interesting dialogues along the way, so hopefully it will not just be a whole collectathon part. There's still going to be some interesting things to watch and listen to. Alright, let's not waste any more time and start collecting the shiny thing on the floor! Our second machoism token. We're getting close to our first chapter in this side story, and in fact, I think we might be able to watch it in this part. Hello, a new Mega Medal.
ベンハーってすっごく安いから逆に買い物行きづらいなって思うことない？
What do you mean too cheap? Ben-Hur can never be too cheap. Go shop at Ben-Hur. Oh, there's an Akamon stamp over here. I think that's new. That's our first Akamon stamp. And in fact, we're going to have a second one right here. This one is super tricky to get because if you're a bit too much to the right, you're going to talk to this grandpa. A bit too much to the left, you're going to be opening the shop. Okay, let's keep going to the shopping center. Now, we're supposed to go inside that restaurant, Tendo, yeah, but before I'm going to catch this, hitting the wall, this Akamon stamp. And we're going to do a little detour to collect some more stuff over there. We have another Akamon stamp over here. And there should be a Mega Medal somewhere. Oh no, machoism. Okay. It's good, it's good. That's just some money. What else is there? Sorry, I'm trying to read my notes at the same time. I should have better prepared for this.
え、お前ロマン島行ったことないの？あそこすごいんだぜ。かっこいいのがずらーっと。次の休みの日に行くって言ってるじゃん。お願いだから先にバラすのやめてよ。
These kids are talking about a new location called Romando. We'll be visiting that later in this chapter, and you'll get to see why they're so excited about it. What are these guys talking
こ
about?
この店長、昼はいっつも眠そうなんだよ。夜更かしでゲームとかしてそうだよな。
Yeah, right. He's gaming. That's what he's doing. This guy over here.
ついつい本気を出しちまったぜ。さて、次はどのマシンで遊んでやるかなと。
He has a unique name. Remember that guy. Also, in this trash can over here, we have our fourth machoism token, meaning we already have our first episode of the side story unlocked. If we go check the quest menu, You see, there's an exclamation mark, and it tells us where we can go watch the episode. So you can't just watch the episode right away, you have to go to a specific location for that scene to play out. In this case, we have to go to a nook in the schoolyard at Seikoku Academy. So we're going to go there and watch the episode, but first, we still have quite a few more collecting to do. I think there's an Akamon stamp over here, right next to the toilets. Yep, our new type of item, the traces of aliens. I told you we were going to get a ton of new collectibles. It's not the only one. Over here, there's another type of item that is stuck to the wall. Just like the Akamon stamp, we can find these little graffiti called the KJ graffiti. Remember that logo is going to be important very soon.
山本さんのところのご主人亡くなったんですって。ほら、例の連続殺人事件。ニュースで見たわ。気の毒に。さくらちゃん大丈夫かしら。
Aww, they worry about Sakura too. No, that's just money. But if we go to Benny's, there might be something for us over here. An Akamon stamp on the seat. Someone is leaving these stamps everywhere.
ベニーズのペペロンチーノはピリッと辛くてそれが癖になるって評判なんですよ。
Peperoncino pasta. We'll have to try that someday.
ベニーズも美味しいけど和食なら断然天丼やね。特製天丼は定期的に食べたくなるのよ。夜になると派手な格好の人たちが現れるのよ。あれがストリートギャングってやつね。
A street gang here at night. We'll have to come back here at night to check up on that. Oh, wait, I forgot something. Yep, another Akamon stamp right here. There's so many collectibles to keep track of. This chapter is a nightmare. We're not going to Nintendoya just yet. We have more traces of aliens over here. And now we can start heading to school.
私、スタジアムいっぱいのプリンにヘリコプターでカラメルかけて食べたい。
そうかそうか。大きい夢を持つのはいいことだ。子供の可能性を否定しちゃいけないよな。
This girl keeps having weird dreams and aspirations in life. I haven't seen all the dialogue, but yeah, it's the kind of thing that you need to come back regularly to see what new fun dialogue you can get there. Over here near this pond, there's another trace of alien, and at the same spot, a new type of token, a cat toy. You can probably guess whose side story this one is going to be for. This kid and his mother. If you remember, a while ago, I saw these characters and I was like, oh, this little kid is hiding something. I wonder if he might have, like, remembered something. This was before they revealed the whole thing about, like, families having, like, fake memories. And genuinely, at that point, I thought that they were hinting at that. Like, the kid remembered something about his real mom and realized that his current mom is actually a fake mom, but he doesn't want to say it. It acts like tries to act natural. So I thought there was going to be like some dark secret behind this, but turns out the true reason for why he was acting up is completely different.
ナオくん、ずっと元気ないね。何かあったんでしょ？あのね、しんちゃんと喧嘩しちゃったんだ。ずっと友達だったんだけど。
Yeah, he just got into a fight with his best friend. I don't know how this storyline ends just yet. I haven't seen all the dialogues, but I'm super invested now. I can't wait to find out what's happening with his friend.
森下電機に行ったら、とっさにおじさんが何かを隠してたの。あれって何だったのかな？
Meanwhile, this girl is finding more suspicious shop clerks. There are a lot of optional dialogues like that you can find, and you have to come back regularly to see how that character's story evolves. I really like this. There's another Akamon stamp over here. Now, if we go inside, over here, there should be. Yep, another Mega Medal, and I think that's everything. Also, Momoka's fans are here.
霧島さんと喧嘩する桃香様もいつもと違う一面が見られて好きなの。
Oh no, she has discovered the Jun Momo ship.
桃香様に近づきたくて空手にも挑戦したの。でも近づこうなんておこがましかったんだわ。
Yeah, they're the same as ever. This guy, the guy who got his love letter in his shoe locker.
どうしようか。ラブレターをもらったものの今まで経験がないからどう対処していいやら。
This is another side story that I can't wait to find out more and see how it ends. Okay, I think that's everything for this floor. Now we can go upstairs. And next to our classroom 2A, we should be finding, yep, another machoism token. So yeah, you can keep collecting more tokens before you've watched any episode in the side story. So yeah, like you could totally wait until you've collected every single token to watch the side story. Momoka has some very interesting dialogue just now.
最近気になってるやつがいるんだ。今度見かけたら声かけようかと思って。
This line, I believe, is a mistranslation. In Japanese, she says like, "Oh, there's someone she's like," the way it could be translated as someone she's interested in, or someone she's like worried about, or someone that caught her attention. They translate it as someone she has a crush on, but I believe it's a much more neutral, like, okay, this is a person like I'm worried about, like that I'm curious about, and we'll find out soon who she's talking about. But yeah, I don't think it's a crush. I absolutely don't think this is an accurate translation, unfortunately.
さくら、ずっと元気ないんだよね。あんなことがあったから仕方ないんだけど。
Yeah, everyone worries about Sakura. I hope she's gonna be fine.
ニュースの全容って1回だけの取材じゃ見えないことも多いんだよ。だから取材を重ねるの。
This is very true.
ま、記者としての常識ってやつだけどね。
It should be common sense for everyone. Never trust a single source.
ねえねえ、街の違和感って感じたことある？今、新聞部で調査してるんだよね。
Man, I really wish we could see what's happening with the newspaper club. I want to see them investigate and find out stuff about the secret of the town. It's so sad that there's minor characters.
僕のことはほっといてもらえませんか？
Poor Koda. I hope it doesn't get bullied too much. There should be a mega medal somewhere. There you go, and 500 credits! We're getting rich! Alright, that's everything we need to collect in this part of the school. Now let's cross over to the administrative wing. Nearby the laboratory, yep, there's an Akamon stamp over here.
Ne, 気のせいかもしれないけど、袴田先生の雰囲気変わった？そういえば、いつにも増して紳士度が上がった気がする。あー、素敵。
日々新鮮な気持ちで生徒と向き合ってるから、名前を間違うことがあっても冗談だと思ってくれ。
This is such a cool gag. Like, I really like how no one notices that he has a different voice. Like, he has, like, this, like, just so we're clear, this is Sarzant possessing the teacher right now. And he has Sarzant's voice. Like, it's really clear that it's a different person. He has a different voice, different attitude. But, like, I like how everyone's just like, oh, he sounds gentlemanly now. I guess that's cool. No one notices it's a completely different man speaking. And I like the idea of like, oh, like I just forget people's name. I'm not good with names. Like, this is, oh my god. I wonder how no one discovered the conspiracy about aliens. Speaking of aliens, yeah, there were some traces of aliens on this painting. There's a trace of alien right here, right next to me, but no one is able to pick up on this. I can't believe this. Let's go downstairs to the library. Hello, Sakura. How are you holding up?
私おかしいのかなって。本で調べてみたりしたけど、それでも全然わからなくて。
Aw, poor thing. I have some things to talk about regarding this whole is something wrong with me, but yeah, keep those words in mind. There's something about Sakura going on. That's not where I'm supposed to go. Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to check my notes at the same time and it's really not working out. There's an Akamon stamp over here, and I think that was it. Yep, that was it. Another Akamon stamp on the toilet's door. And we can now leave the school. Let's go to the back of the schoolyard and say hi to our friend Reiji.
強くなれるのかな。
Aww, he found a new cat friend who has an actual name. It's Bucci. I think the only cat in the whole town that doesn't have a unique name is the gray cat that Reiji picked up in the previous chapter, the one who died. It's really weird that the most important cat in the entire story doesn't have a name. Anyway, you're probably wondering what this weird purple thing is. That's actually a trigger for the side story. So whenever you go to a place where a side story episode can be viewed, there will be this little beam of light, a purple beam of light that you can enter and check out. So without any further commentary, let's go check the first episode of the Face the Legend in the Shadows side story. Chapter 1, the legend level battle begins.
なにうっせえダゴ。なんでもねえ、ただの発声練習だ。
はあ？っていうか今なんか隠したよな。見せろ。
うわっ、
なんだ？手紙か？
見られちまったもんは仕方ねえ。下駄箱に入ってたんだけどよ。これラブレターってやつだよな。なあ。
龍吾にラブレター？果たし状の間違いじゃないのか。
バカ、よく見ろ。土方くんへってハートマークがついてんだろ。こりゃどう見てもラブレターだぜ。信じてねえな。校庭の木の下で待ってますって書いてあるんだ。こりゃもう間違いなく来る。
ああ？
だから告白だよ、告白ってわけでよ、俺が行ってくるぜ。
どうせいたずらってオチだろ。
そこまで言うならその目でしっかり確かめに来いよ。
あんまし興味はねえけど暇だしな。草壁？
だから言ったろ、こいつはラブレターだってよ。じゃ行ってくるぜ。よう、この手紙をよこしたのはお前か。
あ、土方くん。うん、ありがとう。来てくれたんだね。
こんなとこに呼び出してどうしたんだ。
実は私、土方くんのこと。
おう。待ってたぜ、土方龍吾。
何よあんたたち。
やら、なんだお前ら。
おーっと、下手に動くとこの女が危ない目に遭うぜ。
助けて土方くん。
汚ねえ真似よ。どけ龍吾。大丈夫か草壁。
うん。
こんなことして何が目的だ。
許してくれ。これは岩、いや石黒団子。なんだっけ。
バカ、黒岩ダンタブローだろ、忘れんな。
何言ってんだお前ら。
そうだ、黒岩段三郎ってやつから指示されただけなんだ。黒岩ってあの赤城町都市伝説の裏番長か。
知ってるのか。
古文から聞いた話だけどよ、黒岩が歩けば屍の山ができるって伝説の強者らしい。
そいつが俺たちに喧嘩を仕掛けてきたってことか。
黒岩段三郎、マジで存在していたのかよ。
なんだお前、ビビってんのか。
バーカ、ビビってなんかねえよ。
都市伝説ね、面白いじゃねえか。龍吾ごときじゃ張り合いなくて退屈してたとこだ。
どういう意味だよこら。
この喧嘩乗ったぜ。
That was the first chapter of this side story. There's a bit of mystery here, like who is Danzaburo Kuroiwa, this mysterious gang leader? But besides that, as you can probably guess from the tone that this first episode had, it's going to be a pretty silly side story. Like, don't expect anything relevant to the plot from these side stories. They're mostly there to be like a fun little distraction and to give us a glimpse of the daily lives of the characters, you know, kind of like a slice of life comedy basically. There are some side stories that are actually interesting, and that's why I want to show them to you. But yeah, most of them are just going to be mostly comedic in nature. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. There's plenty more to come. Once you watch the first episode of a story, the illustration for that story becomes available. So as you can see, we have the illustration for Ryugo and Yamato's side story available right here. As I collect more tokens and unlock more side stories, I'll come back to this screen so you can see the different illustrations. They're pretty nice. Okay, so we've done pretty much everything I wanted to do up to that point. Now we can finally move on with the quote-unquote story of this chapter.
Yamato-san.
あれ、おばちゃんは天道屋に来いって呼ばれたんだが。
それは私が天道さんにお願いしてヤマトさんを呼んでもらったんです。というのも、今度から天道屋で新しい商品を扱うことになりまして。
新しいメニューか。
いいえ、コックピットに飾るアクセサリーの販売を始めたんです。
アクセサリー？食堂がなんでまだ。
コックピットに好きなものを飾れたら、パイロットの皆さんの気持ちが少しでも癒されるんじゃないかと思いまして、お店には並べていないので、商品を見たいときは私に声をかけてくださいね。
You can now buy cockpit accessories at Tendoya.
アクセサリーね。あんま興味ねえけど。
まあまあ、そう言わずに。そうだ。北通りにホビーショップがあるのはご存知ですか？そこでも面白いものが買えるので、ヤマトさんにおすすめですよ。
You can now access Shopping District North Street. This is where we have Romando, the hobby shop that the kids were talking about, and we'll go there in a moment, but first, we have some more collecting to do. That's not what I wanted to pick up. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. I got some money out of it. That's pretty cool. Also, we can check out this new shop we've unlocked, I guess.
いらっしゃいませ。いろいろありますから、ゆっくり見ていってくださいね。
They forgot to put the period at the end of the sentence. Oh, this kind of thing bothers me to no end. I hate this. They forgot the period. No! Oh no. Anyways, this shop has a bunch of accessories for the cockpit, which makes me realize I never even looked at that option. I guess we can go buy one and equip it quickly. What do we have? We have the Tendoya plate charm. We have the milk charm, just a bottle of milk. Oh, what's it called? The Milavi Wovi Melon Soda charm. That's quite a good name. The Heartthrob Burger charm. The Deluxe Tendon charm. And the tennis racket keychain. Yeah, let's go with the Tendon Ball. That's pretty good. Alright. Oh man, I didn't look at the money I had. I'm still used to having like hundreds of thousands of credits. I forgot that we're still in the early game and we don't really have
ありがとうございました
thousands to spend on accessories.
綺麗に
Okay,
飾れるといいですね
let's look at the cockpit. So you can change. You can edit your cockpit from the customization menu over here in the pilot menu. So there's selecting the pilot, but also the cockpit customization. It allows you to decorate your cockpit with up to 3 accessories that can be bought at the stores or earned as achievement rewards. While they do not have any special effects, you can show them to other players online. Collecting rare accessories and putting them up for display could turn quite a few heads. So yeah, whenever you not pause the game, but like whenever you go into cockpit mode during missions, you'll get to see what's inside the cockpit. So for instance, I could put the little cheeky charm that we unlocked a while back, and I guess I'll have the tendon ball over here. And next time I'm on a mission and I open this menu, or for instance when I'm using a special move like a diffusion blaster that goes into first person mode very briefly, you'll get to see these little accessories. Yeah, that's literally all that is. There's really nothing else. It's literally just there to look funny and cute. It's just that. Alright, let's go visit this new area, the North Street of the shopping district, and collect some more items. This area has a bunch of new shops, like the Maid Cafe, Angel Heart.
ご主人様お帰りなさいませゆっくりしていってくださいね
This is Miaoko, one of the waitresses at the Maid Cafe. You may also remember this one.
ご主人様お帰りなさいませご用があればいつでも呼んでください
This is Bakurin. She was one of the quote-unquote candidates for Arsham to possess. And this one over here is
ご主
Mikachi.
人様お帰りなさいませご注文は何になさいますか
She has the most annoying voice out of all 3 of them. But yeah, this cafe is really cute. I've never been to a real maid cafe in real life, but I kind of want to go to one just one day, just to experience that, and then hate myself for how cringe I am. Okay. Unknown storage, that's pretty useful for crafting new motherboard circuits. We have a mega medal over here. Some construction workers over here.
どうした学校からの寄り道か中は危ねえからあんま近づくんじゃねえぞ
This may seem like some random characters, like, why do I care so much about construction workers? I mean, besides the fact that they do a very important job. I didn't mean like they're not important at all. But what's actually interesting here is their boss. Look who it is!
この現場で働いてるやつの半分くらいがイブシ隊なんだが、出撃が多くてな、工事が進まないんだ。
Yeah, Ibushi's day job is to be a construction worker. And some of his squadron are also construction workers. So yeah, even in their day job, they're together. What a nice little team. I've forgotten to come on stamp over here. Another one right here. And a mega medal next to it. Alright, let's go see what's inside this hobby shop. Romando.
いらっしゃい。
なんだあんたか。いらっしゃいってことは。
そうよ。ここは私の店なの。ロマンが詰まったロマン堂。
面白いものっておもちゃのことか。
扱ってるのはおもちゃだけじゃないわ。実はね、ローグに貼るデカールも売ってるの。
デカール？
機体に貼るシールみたいなものよ。
それって強くなったりすんのか？
しないわよ。でもローグは見た目も大事。それがロマンよ。
おお。
You can now shop at Romando.
ロマンもいいけど、戦力アップにつながるような秘密アイテムとかないのかよ。
そうね。そういった話ならみなみちゃんに聞くといいわ。
お、マジか。
それじゃうちの店もよろしくね。
The clerk Shuji Makiba seems worried. Talk to him. You can now use color repaint in the laboratory. We will check what the clerk's problem is, but first, let's have a look at this new feature that we've unlocked. That's the wrong button. Why do I keep confusing? I've been playing this game for like almost 400 hours now. Why do I keep making this mistake? The color repaint feature exists for people like me who hate having parts of different colors. As you can see, my Musashi has a white body, a blue right arm, a yellow left arm, some gray legs. It's a mess. Luckily, you are able to repaint parts to any color that you've previously unlocked for that rogue. So for example, now I'm not going to change the body because I kind of like that white look, but like maybe the arms. Like, as you can see, I can select any color that I've previously unlocked for that rogue. I don't need to have gotten that specific part in that color, but as long as I have at least one Musashi part of, say, Camo Green, of Hero White, I can repaint any other part of the body to that color. Wow, that arm looks really good in Hero White. Maybe I'll go with that when I can. And yes, when I can, because you're gonna need some materials to do that. To repaint rogues, you're gonna need some paint. So there's a paint item for every color scheme, and these color schemes exist for most rogues. So there's a Camo Green Musashi, there's a Camo Green Arthur, and so on. I don't know if I have enough paint. Oh, I have Desert Camouflage, I guess. Danger Yellow, I had 3 of them. Beginner Orange, Striker Gray. I guess I can go with Striker Gray. So yeah, you're gonna need some paint, like 1 paint of the color you're aiming for, as well as some money. A lot of these colors can be unlocked simply by dropping parts, but there are a few special colors, like these ones: Mermaid Blue, Devil Red, and Champagne Gold. These materials, like these colors, are unlocked by default for all the rogues. You just need to drop the paint items, and these can be dropped as rare rewards during missions. I think they used to be like paid exclusive colors in Megaton Musashi Cross. I might be wrong, I just don't remember how to get them in Cross, but I think they were paid items. So yeah, now you can just get those colors normally through gameplay. As you can see here, I got quite a few of them already. They're very shiny. I don't like them a lot, but I've seen quite a few players online with these colors, and yeah, some of them can look good in the right circumstances. Not my jam though, so I'm just going to go for, yeah, Striker Gray. Let's do that. Let's have some Striker Gray arms. So there you go. I have a Striker Gray right arm and a Striker Gray left arm. So now my Musashi is looking a bit better. Now, of course, the body doesn't match the rest of the parts, but it's still somewhat close with the white and gray. Now, as you've probably guessed, this is not a great long-term solution, especially at the start of the game where you're bound to replace your parts very often. In fact, me painting these was probably not a very good idea, because I'm probably not going to stick to these rank 5 and rank 3 arms eternally. I'm probably going to change them in like maybe 20 minutes when I do the next mission. But yeah, it was just to show you how painting works. If you want some more permanent changes, there's another feature that you'll be able to unlock at some point later in the game, and I can't wait to show you that, because it's a really cool feature. I really like it. Another thing we unlocked is the shop. What? If you're not perfectly aligned, you can't talk to the guy. Oh my god. Okay, so Romando sells decals. I think I've shown this before, but yeah, decals can be used to customize your rogue. This shop has a bunch of them, and as you can see, they're not particularly exciting, just a bunch of numbers, but some of them can be interesting. Like this one. It's interesting, but for the wrong reason. Look at what this decal is called. The Inazuma decal. English Delegates. Yeah. This is not the right name. This is supposed to be like warning sign or something, but yeah, and for some reason in the English version they call this the Inazuma decal, English Delegates. So what the actual English delegate decal is completely different, and you probably have an idea of what it's going to be. Let's look at some other decals. We have an Akamon decal, and we have this one. Does that ring a bell, Inazuma 11 players? That's right, this is one of the emblems that you can get in Inazuma 11, which is why it's called Inazuma Decal. These ones are super expensive for what they are. Yeah, so this game has a few decals based on other level 5 properties. We have some Inazuma 11 themed decals, but also some other one that'll leave a surprise if you don't know them already. But let me just say they are pretty cool, and if you're level 5 fans, you're gonna be very happy seeing them. But yeah, these are pretty expensive, so I'm not going to spend my money on them. As you can see, these ones, I still can't believe it. Sorry, I was going to talk about Inazuma, but like I scrolled down and I saw 60,000 for just a line. That's so expensive. But yeah, quite a few interesting decals. There are multiple shops in the game that sell these decals, and there are a ton to collect. Even after all this time, I don't think I have all of them. The shop also sells quite a few items, including some paint, so you don't have to just drop them from mission, you can also get them from certain shops. So I guess I could have gotten some Knightly Hero white paint, but at 3,000 a piece, I think it's much better just waiting until I drop more in missions and just use the ones I drop. It's pretty expensive for what it is.
ロマン輝く期待になることを祈ってるよ。
興味があれば見ていってよ。店は小さくても品揃えは一流だよ。
Remember this guy, we'll get to see him later in the story. But anyways, let's see what this clerk has to say.
なかなか見つからないな。今度姉妹店として学園の購買部でもオブリビオンベイ関連の注文を受けようと思うんだ。学生のパイロットたちもやりやすいだろうと思ってね。ただデカール職人の店員を募集してるんだけど、なかなか見つからなくて、ちょっと才能がある人を探してくれないかな。
Yes, of course.
ありがとう、助かるよ。街で誰か良さそうな人を探してほしい。
As you progress through the story, some people may ask you for help in the form of a quest. Those who need help will be marked with the question mark icon. Try and ask them about their troubles. Once they've been solved, you may be able to access certain areas that you couldn't before. If you can't find the quest giver or the next location, check the quest app on the main menu. There you'll see a list of available quests. That button over there will register it and you will be guided there. This is our first side quests. So the game has a bunch of side quests. It wouldn't be an RPG without them, of course, but I'll be completely honest with you, most of them are not very interesting. This one unlocks a new store, a new shop in the school, so I guess that's going to be interesting if you want to collect all the decals and so on. But some of the quests will be just gaining access to new areas. There are a bunch of rooms in the school that are locked and can't be accessed at this point in the story. You're going to have to do some side quests to gain access to these rooms. And the rewards inside these rooms aren't particularly great, I'll be honest, but if you're a completionist, yeah, you'll still want to do these. Some quests, though, are very interesting and very, very useful, and I'll definitely let you know when a quest is worth your time. Anyways, we can press the X button to... Save UI. What? Okay, that's not what I was supposed to say. We can do this to activate a tracking for the quest. Save UI? What? How did they end up with that? Save UI? What? Anyways, let's go. Let's try to follow the quest markers and quest marker and do this side quest. This quest is bringing us to the Morishita Electronics Store. We can talk to this guy over here after picking up... I just want to pick up the shiny... 10 credits. I hope there was more.
デカールが上手い人を探してるって？それなら、幼いさんはどうかな？イブシ隊の元パイロットなんだけど、怪我でパイロットは辞めちゃって。仕事を探してるって言ってたけど、今はゲーセンに入り浸ってるようだね。
Yeah, remember when I said remember this guy? Makoto from the arcade. He's the character that we need for this quest. He used to be a pilot for Ibushi's squadron. You wouldn't know looking at him.
なんだお前。何？デカール職人を募集してる？確かにデザインは得意だが、この俺がデカールか。わかった。やる。オブリビオンベイの仲間たちのためにも、パイロットしか生きがいのなかった俺でもできることがあるってんならな。
You can now use this Seikoku Academy school store. Looks like Koichi needs your help. Talk to him. I'm not used to the game calling people by their first name. In my head, his name is Sanuma. It's not Koichi. Anyways, we've unlocked a new shop. It's located in the cafeteria of the school. I'm not going to go there just to show you, but we can... That's the wrong button. I keep confusing the two buttons. How? We can access the shop from the shop app from the main menu. As you can see, it's being added right here next to Romando and Tendoya, the school store, and it's being handled by Makoto. This shop has even more decals that we can get. They're a bit more interesting than the ones at Romando, but yeah, as you can see, it gets progressively more and more expensive, and getting all these decals can be an absolute nightmare. Look at this one, the T-Rex! 270,000 credits! It doesn't even look that cool! This is so weird. Why do decals cost so much money? I also like how the justification for this quest was to make it easier for student pilots like Yamato to customize their rogues. They're making things so expensive for students! For high schoolers! This is so stupid! Anyways, that's it for the side quest we're going to do in this part. There's one more side quest that we're going to unlock involving Koichi. I can't get used to that name. But we'll do that in the next part. There's going to be plenty more side quests, plenty more collectibles, and finally, we're going to find out why we've been collecting these mega medals this whole time. So tune in next time for some more Megaton Musashi Wired. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.